And welcome back to another Sister Maemae show. Um, Today we're gonna do a little story time. I had to dig and think about this real long and hard, but this is an old school story, like super old school. I'm not putting names or whatever. Um, but whatever. Here we go. And I hope you guys get the point of the message of this story time. So a long time ago, I used to live in South Florida. And a long time ago, when I was younger, you know, being a young trans woman, you know, I did a lot of shit, right? Sniff coke, pop pills. Thank God, I'm almost 40 now, and the Lord done pulled me out of it. I done found me a husband. But when I was younger, I never thought life would bring me this far. I never thought these things, me being 40, me having a job, me having a husband, me having my YouTube channels, me, having my gymnastics channels. I just never thought none of this stuff was possible when I was younger. So I had this good girlfriend. We're gonna call this good girlfriend Juicy. Right. So me and Juicy was real cool, right? We would do a lot of stuff together. We would hang out together. We would socialize together. We would do drugs together. We would do a lot of things together, right? So one day, me and Lucy was chilling. But the thing with Lucy is, even though I'm calling her Lucy, Lucy was more of a butch queen than a trans woman, right? So keep this in mind. So me and Lucy was hanging out with some fellas, right? And at this point in time, I'm like real big. I'm like 450 pounds. Like I was a fat girl. I'm fat now, but yeah, I was fat. And part of the thing with me though, even though I was fat, I I think I'm attractive, right? So I still was attractive. So I was able to pull. I specialized in men who like BBWs and supersized BBWs, right? That was my, little specialty in the business. So she was this young, way younger than me, way slimmer than me, all of this stuff, and was hanging out. All of the people, the dates, the friends, whatever, wanted her and not me, right? And they would start off by talking to me because, I was the girl, but then they would slowly, I would see their interest being more towards her than me. And it used to bother me. It used to really bother me to the point where me and her had basically a big falling out because she would always, because she knew I was uncomfortable, but instead of being a good friend, you know, she picked on me about it. She picked on me about it the whole time. So we had a falling out. What I want to say now that I just did not have the words for it back then, and it's just stupid that this just is the way my brain works. But I was so mad that these men wanted her over me, Lucy over me, not because I felt like she looked better than me, but because I knew Lucy was the boy. I knew Lucy was playing. I knew Lucy had no intentions for none of this shit. Lucy was just gonna do what Lucy had to do, take the wig off, and go back to being Lionel and keep it pushing, right? One of the things I had to realize, and this is, and I know this is like really just random, right? And especially it was this one that me and him had an already established business relationship going. And when he already, gave handle his business, put money in my purse, basically. And then his attentions was on Lucy, and it just fucked with me so badly. But then I had to realize, you are a girl. You are not a punk. And as long as you, a girl, keep putting yourself in these situations, and when I say situations, I mean you're the only trans woman, but you're in a room, in a hotel room with 5 people, and you're the only one that's really serious about your transition. You're the only one that's moaning and shit, and the other 5 people put on wigs and dresses at night and dress like a boy in the daytime, right? But as long as you stay in that environment, you're gonna always meet boys who really wants you to be a boy. And the point of this story is, I hope there's a lesson to this story, is that as trans women, we have to be extra mindful of the situations that we, as trans people, period, trans women and trans men, we have to be extra mindful of the situations we put ourselves in. Not just harmful situations, just things in general. If you're a trans woman and the majority of your friends are gay men, the people who are going to look at you are going to kind of view you in that gayness. I'm not saying that you should hang out with your gays. Every good girl needs a good gay. But just be mindful of the situations that you're putting yourself in, and in getting the results that you're getting back, right? Whatever energy that you put out into the universe, into the world, it's gonna come back to you, right? So if you put out the energy, I'm a butch queen, I'm around here, yes, and it has nothing to do with the bar receipt. If you're like you can't expect a man to view you as a woman if nothing in your life is set up to be a woman. Everything in your life is set up to be a gay man. Think about that with the people you hang around with the environments that you put yourself in. I hear a lot of girls be like, I don't feel comfortable in gay situations because the gays feel. But then you kind of live the life of a gay man if you really look at it. Like, a lot of y'all are more invested in your LGBT circles than you are in bettering your womanhood. If that makes any sense. As long as you put yourself in the environment of a gay man, people are going to respond to you as such. Just think about it. I know a lot of trans women who all of their sisters, all of their gay daughters are really gay men. And they don't see it that they're not living a authentically woman lifestyle. They're living a very gay lifestyle but calling themselves a woman. If that makes any sense to you. Drop down in the comment section. Leave me your thoughts and opinions on this topic. And I'll see you guys in the next Sister Maemae show. Peace out.